Hey friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen here on YouTube, and it's Friday, and every Friday on the channel I do a live video. I call it a reseller community night, and it's an opportunity for resellers to come together and talk about everything reselling online in 2020. So welcome. I see some friends in the chat. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Quenby. I'm a part-time reseller. I've been selling on eBay for 9 years and Poshmark for 2 years. And my channel is all about reselling. So make sure you are subscribed with the notifications turned on so you know when I go live and new videos come out. In the chat, we have so many friends in the live chat. If you're watching the replay, the live chat will stay up. And one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is tips and tricks for reselling online 2020. We have such a wealth of information. If you're in the chat, let me know, how long have you been reselling? What platforms are you reselling on? And what tip might you have for somebody who's newer? Or what have you learned in your years of reselling that has helped you grow your business or kept you sustainable? I know I want to talk a little bit about things like values of our business, our online business. How do we handle things like returns, things like that. And usually in the chat, friends have all sorts of questions and comments and things they want to talk about. So that will be guiding our conversation tonight. Let me say hi to a few friends. I see people just starting to come into the chat. You guys are so good. 1 minute in and you're already here. I appreciate it so much. Give me a check-in in the chat. What's going on for you in your reselling business? What are you sourcing? How are sales? Where are you getting the good stuff? Have you gotten any really great thrift scores lately? And what are you learning right now going into the busiest quarter, usually for resellers online? What are you learning about your business? What wisdom can you share with us? And I'm going to share as well too. Oh my gosh, I see Carrie T. I've missed you, Carrie T. Hey girl, she says, well, hello, all you beautiful people. I remembered. Carrie is one. She's been here since the beginning of the Friday Night Lives, but I haven't seen her around as much lately, so I appreciate seeing you. So many great friends here. If you guys don't know, it is October 9th. Wow, October 9th, 2020. I'm doing a giveaway on Instagram. It ends tonight. So if you have your phone and you haven't gone in there to enter the giveaway, there's only like 45 people or something in it. So you have a good chance of winning this little fall bundle that I put together. So definitely go over to Instagram and tag a few friends to enter that giveaway. I'm going to figure it out after this. I have all these notes to figure out the giveaway, because I have to keep track of who shared it in their stories and all that. So I'm ready to go after this. Karen is here. Am I the first one waiting this week? LOL. Hey, Karen, how's it going with you? I can't believe you beat Hunter Ryan here by like 1 minute. And Holly's here and says, hey, my people, so glad to welcome Miss Quenby home safe and sound. Miss, just so happy you're doing well. Love and healing to all those who are affected by fires and storms along with individuals. Yeah, what Holly's referring to is I actually missed last Friday. I very rarely miss a Friday, you guys. I am so dedicated to being here because I love being with you guys. It's like the best thing I do all week. But I was evacuated for about a week from my home here in Northern California. And I didn't do much at all. I had to close down my store, put it on vacation, my eBay store. And I'm paying for that now because have any of you guys ever gone on vacation where you put your store or closet on vacation? It takes, when you turn your store or closet back on after vacation, it takes a little while to get the sales going. So I've had a really slow week, but I had a good day today. How are your sales doing? New England Betty Boop Posh is my purpose is here. Yes, you are. She says, I'm so happy to see you, Lisette. And, oh, Birdie Looks made it. Nicole's missed us the last few weeks or couple weeks only. I'm so happy you're home safe, Quimby. Thank you so much. And, thank you to all of you who reached out to me on Instagram or YouTube just to say, hope you and your family are doing well. We are fine. We are healthy. It was scary because a few blocks over, people lost their houses. We just had to deal with ash cleanup, but we're safe. We're healthy. I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful that I went to the coast and stayed at an inn for a week to ride it out. And thank you for checking in with me. I really felt a good sense of community with all of you guys. It's funny who checked in with me and who didn't. Melissa from Vandy's Closet's here. Look at that great picture. I love that picture of your pink hair there, Melissa. I watched a video of yours in the last few days. It was like another ThreadUp educational video. So I'm glad to see you're back putting out content and that you're here. I've missed you. I miss all of you guys. Like if someone's not here, I'm like, well, where are they? What's going on? Peter Newman is here. Hi, y'all. And thanks, Lisette. We're glad to be home safe and sound. That's my Peter. And he checked in and let me know the sound is okay. Dresden Avenue is here again. I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing? What's happening with your business? I'm interested tonight in talking about whatever you guys want to talk about, but also where you're selling, what's working for you, and what kind of tips and tricks do you have for either increasing sales, managing your business. What have you learned in the time you've been selling that has helped you? Let's see. Ruth Rodriguez made it. Hello, everyone with a little butterfly. So glad to see you, Ruth. And Deborah's here from Texas. Deborah's in Texas. TGIF friends, happy to be here, but struggling to stay awake. Happy everyone is here. What time is it in Texas? Like, I always try and balance the show because it's 5 p.m. Pacific time, but that means it's 8 if you're on the East Coast, which might be a little late for some people, but Sarah Lee is here. Hi, Quenby. So happy you, Torvald, and Peter are safe. Sending hugs. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. I really missed you guys. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I even tell them that I can't do the live? I didn't have, I had very spotty internet and no cell service, so I was just out of it for a little bit. Barbara Babash says, good evening, y'all. What's happening on Poshmark for you, Barbara Babash? What are you noticing? Casey L. Thrift made it. Good to see you. Are you newer to our chat? Definitely introduce yourself, especially if you're newer. We have 30 people watching. If you're watching, and I encourage you to be brave and just go to the chat and say, hi, I sell on this platform, or introduce yourself. It's a super friendly, welcoming group. Michelle is here. Hey, friend, she says, good to see you, Michelle. And Babette Sabol is here. So great to see you safe and sound. Thank you. So many people messaged me and were like, I missed Friday. Like, for those of us who show up most Fridays, this has become a really meaningful part of our business because we share a lot of business resources in the chat. We help each other out. We give tips on where to get mystery boxes and when ThreadUp has a designer bag box and all sorts of stuff. But I also think personally, it's become a real community for many of us. And so I just appreciate you being here. Islet Dreams Resellers here. Hey, everyone. Hi, Awesome Quemby. So happy to be here at your live. Me too. I'm so happy. Torvald is not here tonight. And James is here. Hey, y'all. James helps me moderate along with Lisette, which I totally appreciate. Thanks for looking out for the chat for us. And Lisette's reminding you, 34 people watching in the first few minutes here. Let's make sure we give a thumbs up. And if you're watching the replay or this, make sure that you are subscribed. Torvald is not here to come in and tell everyone to subscribe. And I'm not very good at that, but I know it's important. Okay, I want to make sure I've said hi to everybody. And then I see some great updates from people in the chat. So I definitely want to hear, how long have you been selling? Where are you selling? What tip or wisdom could you share with us tonight? Something that's helping in your business or that you've learned about along the way. Brandy's here. Hey, I made it. What is up, Brandy? How are things going? Have you been to San Francisco sourcing? Dorothy is here. Hello, everyone. Ooh, she's got a nice creepy, maybe for October, a nice creepy user photo up. And Casey L. Thrift. I am new. I've been watching for a bit, but I finally decided to start a channel and join the community. Welcome. I'm so glad that you did and that you're here. It is such a great group. I mean, and amazing resellers with so much knowledge and wisdom. Shelly Robinson made it. Hey, from Texas. Where are you in Texas? We have a few people here from the South and from Texas. Mickle Pickle Pipe. Come on, that is so awesome. Did I get that right? Mickle Pickle Pie. I finally made it to a live. Is that you? Is that your daughter and your matching outfit? That is so cute. And tell me the story, Mickle Pickle Pie, of your username. How'd you come up with that? I love that. Rhonda Creek made it. She's from Texas too. Oh my God, how many Southerners do we have? I love the Southern accent and a lot of things about the culture. I just want to make sure that I said hi to everybody because the chat's moving really quick. Said hi to Michelle and Carrie and Beth Tillman. I am listing my death pile, which was huge. Once all of that is listed, I will clean out my closet and list that and then go thrifting strategically. Wow. Okay, here is a tip for your reselling business. I'm going to take what Beth Tillman said and expand upon it. And let me know in the chat, how are you with this? One of the traps of reselling, especially if you're selling something you love, like clothes or vintage or whatever you sell, to list more than you source and shop. Many of us say our favorite part of this gig is sourcing, going to the thrift stores, going to yard sales, going to estate sales. These are all great places to get inventory. I've been sourcing a lot online. If anyone has questions or comments about that, in the last 6 months of COVID, I've become like a pro at sourcing online. I have lots of tips about that. Are you listing? Are you sitting your butt down in the chair and listing? And how do you keep yourself, give us tips for how you keep yourself disciplined and on track with that, because I know it is a big problem area for many resellers because they love the sourcing part, maybe even taking photos, but the sitting down and getting your stuff listed and not growing a huge pile of stuff that needs to be listed. Find a way to keep yourself on track, because I think it's good to have a little death pile or money pile, because you never know. Maybe you're sick and you can't go out sourcing, or maybe money's tight, or maybe something happens like COVID and people are happy to have a death pile, a pile of inventory that needs to be listed, but you have to keep yourself in check. How do you guys do that? Are you good at it? Do you struggle with that? Let us know. Carrie says, just keep listing and let people know you are by social media, word of mouth, etc. Best-selling tip for me. List every day now, even if only a handful of things. How about you all? Carrie is speaking the truth. It's well known in the online reselling world on eBay, Poshmark, and other platforms. Those platforms love consistency. List every day. If all you can do is list 2 items a day, list those 2 items every day rather than 5 on one day, nothing for 2 days, one thing on the next day. Get consistent. The platforms love consistency. Sorry for my screen. It's a little dark. I don't know what's up with that, but oh well. Hopefully you're like listing or taking photos and listening to us. Kelly Schaffner. Hello. Hi, Quambi. I've been selling all day long. You mean like you're having a super good sales day? I want to point out Kelly Schaffner has a fantastic YouTube channel. I'm sure you're all following her. And she bought our mystery box from our very own Antique Boutique James, and it was awesome. I was like, what, James? You were sending out some really good stuff. She got a really great box. Stephanie Benmanson's here. Hey, Stephanie. Debbie R says, hi, Quemby and everyone. Just chilling tonight. Bit of a slow week on eBay, but seems to be picking up. Going to an estate sale tomorrow. Good to be here. It's so good to see you. I had slow sales, but my store on eBay and Poshmark were closed for a week because of evacuation. So I just got it back up like Monday or Tuesday. So I expect that I'll have some lag time. I'll have some slow sales for a bit, but I think I had one sale on Poshmark. So that was slow. And I think I had for a Friday, it was either 4 or 5. I just went to the post office before this. Barbara Babash says, just back from the Goodwill and spent $18 and bought new Vince Camuto boots and new Vince Camuto sandals and new Packers Bay and vintage Sandy Starkman. You got all that for $18. How do you get all that for $18? I don't know. If any of you saw, I did put a thrift haul out on Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. It's new up on the channel. There's like this orb of light here. Like maybe it's something good, but it might look a little weird. Anyway, I am back to thrifting, you guys. If you've been following me, you know I live in Northern California and all the thrift stores have been closed due to COVID. Things are just starting to open up, and I did a traveling to another town to thrift, and I've gone thrifting 3 times. And so I put out my first haul video. I think I got some really good stuff. I'm focusing on fall 2020 trends. So if you're interested in learning more about that, check out that video. Sweaters, I'm buying sweaters, but for me, it's so expensive here. Many of you have commented on that on my videos, but the Goodwill here, $10 for jeans, $10 for dresses, $6 for skirts and pants, tops and sweaters, It was either $7 or $8. That's what I'm dealing with. And there's no sales, no 99 cents. So I've got really high cost of goods where I am. It's one of the challenges. So here is a tip for reselling online. Keep your cost of goods, what you spend on the item, as low as possible so you can make more profit. And it is harder for me to do. So I really stick with getting things that I think I can flip for 25, 35, 40 bucks if I'm going to spend that. Mickle Pickles from Washington State. That's my daughter's nickname. Oh my God, I love it. What platform are you selling on? All right, let me try and go up because I've missed so much good stuff. Karen says, I had a great week for me in sales. So of course I hit Goodwill and spent more money on inventory that I didn't really need. LOL, such is the life of a reseller. It's so true. As long as you're like paying attention and balancing that out, we need to get new inventory and list stuff. We need to get stuff that's like on trend, on season, or whatever it is we sell. So you have to stock up on inventory, but you got to keep it in check that you're listing and selling as much as you're getting inventory for me. Islet Dreams Reseller says, I have to stop bringing in such large quantities of goods continually and spend more time listing. Also need to list more on Poshmark and get my eBay up and running. That is the truth right there. There it is again. Spend more time listing. And I struggle with it too, because it's like it's like I've already done the pictures. Just to sit there and get the listings up is a challenge. So it's like you really have to hold yourself accountable somehow. Like how many things are you going to list a day? Have a listing goal. Many resellers work together with other resellers. You could set it up in the chat to have like a listing challenge, like check in with each other, some accountability. Like I'm going to list 5 items every day. I'm going to check in with you on Instagram and be like, I did mine. Did you do yours? You need to make sure you're listing. That's how you make the money. Dresden Avenue says, today's the first time I've listed any new items in weeks. And somehow I've been making 2 to 3 sales a day for the past week. Not complaining. That is good, but you've probably done a lot of work on the front end and it's paying off now. But usually that stuff might catch up with you a little bit later. Carrie says, I've been working on the house and my selling platforms. I can finally say I'm 95% there. My daughter recovering from her surgery, so I'll be returning to YouTube soon. I am so excited. I'll be excited to see you too. We should do a little collabby collab. Oh, Lindsay's Posh Loft is here. So glad to see you back. I'm so glad to see you, Lindsay. I am so glad to see you. And Michelle says, yes, so happy you and your family are safe. We are safe and very lucky. James says, dealing with tropical storm conditions right now in the yard. Wind and rain, thrifted in Arkansas. What was that like, James, from the Antique Boutique? Casey says, I've been reselling hard goods for about 6 years, but I just started reselling clothing in April. You know, Casey, maybe you can give us some tips in the chat. I have always wanted to list hard goods. I'm very drawn to like the hard goods section at the thrift stores, yard sales. I love vintage home decor, collecting antiques. I just have some concerns about shipping it and storing it. So what tips do you have for us about that? Nicole from Birdie Look says, right now I'm blowing through my death pile and so glad my big shipment to ThredUp will not be affected by their pricing changes. Woo! Hey, reseller Wendy is here. Hey, girl. Hey, it's so good to see you, reseller Wendy. You were doing some cute stuff on Instagram. Babette, I said hi to, right? So good to see Babette. You know, this comment from Babette reminds me, right before I got evacuated on Sunday, so not the Sunday before, I did a live show with my mom for the first time. So my mom came on. She's a long time thrifter, antiquer, and we came on and chatted and just shared like some of the tips we have about like how to find the best stuff at thrift stores, how to thrift like a pro at Goodwill. So check out that video. And guess what? Is my mom here? Did anyone see her? Let me go all the way down to the bottom again. Is grateful for Bet in the house. She might be here, but sometimes it's hard because she's watching like on her phone to leave a comment. But she was so cute to have on the channel. And she and I are going to go out tomorrow, Saturday, thrifting. I am back thrifting finally. I'm sticking to the very big stores. So there's a lot of social distancing space. They take your temperature on the way in. We put our masks on. She and I are going to go thrift tomorrow, Saturday, and do like a thrift with us video. So I'm going to try to be brave and get a lot of footage in the actual store and show our whole thrifting thing. And then I'll put that up on the channel. So that'll be fun. It was so fun that I think she and I might want to do like some lives together or some more videos together. Shelly Robinson says, I'm listing right now. I list 5 to 10 items most days. That is how it's done. Shelly, what platforms are you on? And how do you list 5 to 10 items a day? Share the wisdom with us, because many of us would love to do that, but it's a struggle. Antique Boutique says, thanks to those who purchased an inventory box for me, it actually spurred other sales, I believe, from the algorithm. That is a really good tip and point. When you make sales, it brings in more sales. I mean, that's why sometimes another tip, like on eBay for sure, like sometimes if sales are a little slow, I will send out some really amazing offers. If you get some sales, it brings other sales in. So, and I'll accept maybe a couple low offers. Like I really wanted 25 for that, but I'm taking 15 because I want to get flow moving. I want to keep the algorithm happy. I'll take a few things. I mean, don't lose money. Do what you need to do, but I'll do that strategically, because I think once I make a sale or two, I'll often make a few more sales. And other people have talked about that too. Do you guys think it's true? Michelle says, the photo part is my least favorite part, to be honest. I don't mind the actual listing. Wow, see, what's your favorite part, you guys? And what is the hardest part? I don't mind, like, if I'm just like sitting down, I got my coffee, it's go time, I'm just gonna do listings. Photos have become more challenging for me. I don't know, like I get tired. Like, if I can do like an hour of photos and try and get like 20 photos done or something, but standing on my feet, maybe it's my setup or something. I don't know. I just don't love it. So, let's see. Ooh, Vandy's Closet. I don't get to do anything fun like my video game until I list a certain amount. I love that. That's a really good tip. Like, that's a great way to hold yourself accountable, that reward system. Some of you know, and some of you might not, that I'm a part-time reseller. I'm a full-time psychotherapist. So I have a private practice as a therapist. And we often work with that, like rewards, like, okay, listen, I want to get this done. I want to do this for myself, but I have a hard time motivating or just doing it for some reason. Okay. If I list 5 to 10 things, then after that, I can totally chill and play my video game. Like, it's a reward system in a healthy way. It's using the reward system in a healthy way. So, yeah. Holly says, I buy stuff when I have like a year's worth of inventory. Hangs her head. You do have a lot of inventory. I follow Holly over on Instagram, and you've got like a lot of inventory. You were doing some cool stuff with bags. You had some great bags. If anyone's looking for a purse or bag, put your store and closet down there, Hunter Ryan, just to make sure people know it. Shelly is from Bastrop, outside of Austin. I heard Austin is like, everyone's like, you should go to Austin, Quimby. If you like California, here's a little pocket. Go to Austin, Texas. Let's see. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything up here. Okay, so I can probably go back down, but I just saw some things in here. Oh, Karen says, I love the time of the live. Don't change it. Okay, good. Give me feedback. And I was always kind of wondering, like, once we are not like in quarantine, actually this video was going great, even when pre-COVID and quarantine. So I'm just going to keep it as it is unless life happens and it needs to change. And I'd like to do more lives. I always say that. Birdie Look says, as a mom of 2, with a full-time job, getting to take photos is nearly impossible. Listing for me is the pleasant part because I can do it when I finally sit down at night to watch a show. I hear you. You know what? You got to do whatever works for you. She's a mom of 2 with a full-time job. I mean, you are doing so much. The fact that you can do any of this is just amazing to me. I mean, you are doing a lot. Moms with little kids at home. I have one kid, a 9-year-old, and I feel like I am so split in so many directions. You're doing great. Beth Tillman says, I have aiming to list 20 items a day, doing pretty good at 11 today. How do you do that? Like, I do not have a goal of 20 a day. That feels like it would be impossible for me personally. On a good day, I try and focus on consistently listing. How do you get 20 a day? Is this your full-time gig? What's your process? What tips can you share with us? Because trust me, guys, 20 a day is amazing. Like, how are you doing it? Do you do all like items? Are you someone who, because everyone has a different procedure. Like some people, they take their 10 items, they do everything. They photograph it, and then they sit and they list it right away, like right when they get home from the thrift store. Everyone has to find a way that works for them. So how are you doing 20 items a day? That's amazing. Casey says, shipping and storing breakables is the worst. I'm enjoying selling clothes so much more because I don't have to spend so much time packing. Totally, that's my concern. Like, clothes are so easy. Jeans, roll them right up, put them in one of those USPS padded flat rate envelopes, you're good to go. I'd be so afraid that like I'd buy pottery because I have a pottery collection. I love pottery. And that it would be so hard to ship. But I know it's doable. Plenty of people do it. But that's kind of like my fear. Also, storing. Kelly Schaffner says, I really enjoyed the live with your mom. I did too. I didn't even get to watch the whole thing, but I really enjoyed it. She loved it. It was fun for her. And I kind of like the conversational piece. Like, I'm sort of thinking like, you know, it's kind of fun to have like a co-host like that you can. But the other thing is I love interacting with the chat, so I don't want to take away from my ability to interact the whole time with the chat. But that could be something different than the Friday Live, maybe. Lisette says, yes, Quimby, that would be awesome. I love seeing you and your mom, especially with my mom. We've been going to yard sales together. Oh my God, does anyone have like a thrifting family member or a thrifting buddy or something like that? That's the best. Like, I haven't thrifted with my mom in so long because of COVID stuff. Wow, the lighting is like really bad. It's all like coming in from the window. Sorry, guys. So yeah, that's super fun. I want to do more. Like, I've never had like a thrifting buddy. I'm such an introvert, but I've gone with my mom and sisters and stuff, but not everybody likes to thrift at the level I like to thrift. Like, casual thrifters who don't have a reselling business might just go in and get like a few things. I'm like there for hours. I sometimes go to another store. So James says, Delta is still whipping is a bit. Blew over my heavy steel windmill and my heavy iron chimney. Oh gosh, so you're having a nasty storm over there. Stay safe, my friend. Shelly says, I sell on Poshmark and eBay at just Shelly 64. I live by my schedule. So one of the tips that Shelly has is like she keeps herself on a schedule. Do you guys do that? I'm not really a schedule. I'm a list person. So every day I have a master list, and then I have like a long-term goals journal list. And then every day I put things on my list, and I'm super motivated by crossing them off. So I might put on my list 10 items on eBay and do my shipping. And I like, that motivates me so much, just being able to have my list and cross things off the list. So that's a way I hold myself accountable to make sure I get my listings done. And I'm also someone who likes to get the hard work off or the dredge early. Like, if listing is on my to-do list for that day, I want to get that stuff done first and early so that I can do some of the other things that I might be looking forward to a little bit more. So there's lists, there's schedules, whatever you have to do is to make sure that you are listing consistently every single day. Now, people will say to me, Quimby, I can't list every day. I do a million things. You don't have to construct the listings every day. Like, something I do is when I have time, like a few hours, I will sit and bust out a ton of listings, but I don't make them live every day. I want to put out 5 or 10 each day. So I'll sit down and do as many listings as I can, get them all ready, all edited. All I have to hit on eBay or Poshmark is list, ready to go. So drafts. I use drafts that way. Do you guys do that? Let me see if I'm missing anything down there. Holly says, I finished my 100 items listed by 10 to 16 already. So trying for another. My friend Renee and I go together to the bins and we stay overnight so we can do it for 2 days. Wow, that is like hardcore thrifting. That's like thrifting. That's like intense thrifting. So you stay over somewhere so you can go to the bins. Anyone who doesn't know, the bins is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. It's often called the bins because they're just giant, huge blue bins, and you dig in and you pull things out and then you go weigh it and you pay. It's a great way to keep your cost of goods for inventory down for eBay and Poshmark. Everyone's bins are different. They can be a little rough. They can be just fine. It depends where your location is, but it's a great way to keep cost of goods down. How else do you guys keep cost of goods down for your reselling online business? How do you make sure you're not spending too much money? Where are you getting great deals? How are you doing that? Ooh, Birdie Look says, I use a passion planner. So I enjoy long-term and short-term lists, and then a daily to-do list. Lists are my life. I'm so with you. You're speaking my language, Nicole. I am like a list person. not everybody is. I try and get people to be a list person. I'm like, don't you do lists? Like, how do people who don't write things down do the stuff that needs to be done? Because it's like, it will just float out of my mind. I'd forget and then be like, oh shoot, I was supposed to call that person, or I was supposed to order that ThredUp box. If I don't write it down, it slips my mind. It's too much to manage. I've heard about this passion planner. Maybe I need to get one of those. Casey says, the worst thing I've ever shipped was an entire Italian pottery ceramic plate and bowl set that went to the other side of the country. It arrived in one piece, but I was so anxious. Yeah, that's what I'd be worried about too. But I've seen like videos on, there's a video on YouTube for absolutely everything, friends. If you have any question like how to ship an Italian pottery set, you can go find a video on YouTube and someone will show you and take you step by step, taking a big box, wrapping it up, putting peanuts around it, making sure nothing of the item hits the outside of the box. I mean, you can find information and do anything. So if you have a dream of selling stuff like that, just do it. It's totally doable. Kelly Schaffner says, schedule. Yes, I get my listings up first thing in the morning, 10 a day, but only 5 days a week. And then I ship the rest of the day. Is different depending on the day. I photograph at night. See, she's got a whole thing working for her. So you photograph at night. So you must have a really great lighting kit. I love my lighting kit and I love my steamer and I love my, I have the best lint, de-linter. What's that thing called? Like a little de-pillar. I finally got a great one that doesn't use batteries, so you plug it in. I hate having to use batteries. All that stuff is linked in the description section below. If any of you need supplies, check in the video below. There's stuff. It's stuff I actually like. I have it all linked down there. But I'm with Kelly Schaffner, like a schedule, a list, a plan for the day. You're listing a lot. Would you say, Kelly? 10 a day. How do you do 10 a day? I'm like 5 to 10 a day, but I'm part-time. Maggie Posh is here. Hey, Maggie. Hi, Quimby. Just popped in to say hello. Hope you and your family are doing well. I'm on a late night post office run to drop off some packages. Yay. Thanks for popping in. That's so great. Carrie says, I love that you get to do that with your mom. My mother was an antique and book dealer. I did not enjoy going to tag sales with her. I certainly would now when I get to visit again. They moved. Yeah, that's definitely a blessing. Let's see what is happening. Nicole says, my mom would freak out if she went into a thrift store. She's a germaphobe and would never buy secondhand. Oh my gosh. I don't know anyone quite like that. I just can't imagine not thrifting. Does that mean she has to pay like retail price for everything? Like, it is very hard for me to pay retail price, like to buy things new. Like I'm having a hard time with the fact that my Goodwill wants $10 for jeans. But if you go somewhere like a regular store, even TJ Maxx or Macy's or Nordstrom or anywhere, you're going to pay like $75. I started Stitch Fix. Has anyone seen that? I'm doing it for myself right now because I just needed like something, a gift for myself, something fun, something to look forward to. And it's really fun. I've gotten a couple things that I love. I have a link if you ever want to try it down in the description. It's super fun. As thrifters and people who go to the bins, paying regular prices for things like through Stitch Fix is a little bit challenging. It's like, ugh, but you get kind of exactly the stuff you want because you have a stylist and they help you pick things out. Super fun. I love unboxings and I love mystery boxes. Oh, you guys, today's Friday, October 9th, B&G Trading. Has anyone let us know in the chat if you've ever used B&G Trading. I have a link down below for like 20% off. It's a good one. They're right now doing free shipping. So I bought my first B&G Trading wholesale box to sell online. I haven't bought one from them in like, God, I don't even know when my last I have another video on the channel from B&G Trading. Let me know in the chat, are you doing wholesale? What's your experience with wholesale? What wholesale companies have you used? Another tip for people that want to resell online is I like the combination of going outsourcing to thrift stores and yard sales. I love that part of the business, but I've also learned to source online and have the inventory come right to my door. It's often less expensive and it's convenient because you don't have to drive out, shop for a few hours, come home, like it comes right to your door. So I am now using a lot of wholesale and ordering online from places like ThreadUp, Jomar Wholesale. I have a 10% off discount down there if you haven't tried. So B&G Trading this weekend is having a free shipping. So I went on there. They've sold out of a lot. I was like going to get a few different things, all sold out because I think they're doing this free shipping weekend. So look for things like free shipping. Wait, I see Lisette saying hello, Barbara, but I didn't see her come in. Oh, here she is. My mom, everybody. Barbara Kemmler, who's Grateful Babette. Yes, I'm here. I'm looking forward to going out tomorrow. Most of your friend co-sellers sound so disciplined. I know. We have such a good, inspiring group here. You guys, my mom has not been thrifting since COVID started. So we're talking 6 or 7 months. She's someone who lives around the corner from the Goodwill, and she stops in a few times a week. They all know her there. She walks in, they're all like, hello, Babette. It's so funny. So this is going to be her first time back. We're all a little nervous because COVID in my area has been, we've been hit hard with it. So, but I'm going to take her to a nice big store. We'll wear our masks. We'll be really safe. But she hasn't been in so long, and it's going to be so cute and fun. I got to get that video up. I have a video coming out Sunday, you guys, of a thrift haul that I did. And it's all like fall trends. So if you're interested in knowing what's hot for fall, stuff that I thrifted, check that out. It comes out Sunday afternoon. Thank you, Quenby. I love you, says Nicole. We are so supportive. Carrie says, I pay my kids to take photos. How do you do that? So here's another tip. Another tip for your reselling online in 2020 business, hire out. Especially if you're full-time, especially if you want to grow. Hire out some of the tasks that you can hire out. I have a virtual assistant. I found her through Upwork. I've had her for like a year. I send her my photos and she makes like a skeletal listing. They're really not excellent listings that she makes, but she puts all the photos in, puts a title in, checks all the annoying little boxes that eBay makes you check off for item specifics. And then I just go in, I do a final edit, and I list them. So that helps me with the part that is tedious. That's something anybody can do. Hire a child to take your photos. I mean, your own child, not like child labor. Hire someone in your neighborhood, a college kid. Hire out someone to do your shipping or your bagging stuff and putting it in inventory. The stuff that doesn't take a lot of super knowledge. Hire a virtual assistant to share your Poshmark closet. Get help. It's worth it, and you can find inexpensive help. Who else has a virtual assistant or has hired help for your reselling business? Who else has got a helper? A family helper, a loved one, someone you pay or not? Who has helpers? I am all fired up tonight. Beth Tillman says, my company eliminated my job after 32 years, so I have a lot more time on my hands. I'm listing light kinds of things. Bras yesterday, men's shorts and swim trunks. That's another awesome tip. One of the ways that you can grow your business and make more money is to be able to streamline your processes and make things faster so you're more efficient. So you can do things like list 10 items instead of 5. That's something I do too. Just like Beth, I do jeans all at once. I photograph them, I list them because you're doing the same thing. It speeds up your process. Or I list all bras and I do them all the same day. Like I photograph them. Does anyone else do that kind of batch work? It has changed. It has made things so much quicker for me. Who else has an assistant? Who else does batch work? Lisette says, I have a VA to share for me. I'm still too ADD to have anyone do anything else. Yeah, that is a little bit of an issue. Like there are certain things I trust someone to do. Like my VA does my eBay listings for me, but I have a final check. I don't have her list them and hit list on eBay. I get them from her and I go over them. I edit them. I make sure they're right. And then I list it. I put the price in. I'd be nervous maybe about having someone do my shipping unless I worked with them and knew they could really do it. I'd be afraid someone might like send the wrong item to the wrong person, but you can train someone up. Listen, you guys, reselling online, it is not a super hard thing to do. It's simple. It takes some knowledge, some skills that we develop over time, especially sourcing, but there are certain parts of our business that anybody could do. Anybody can build a listing. Anybody can fold your inventory and put it in a bag and put it in your bins. Like get help. It's hard. This is a hard job. Kelly Schaffner says, I hired help. My college-age niece, see, that's perfect. She shares my closet and handles my inventory, bagging and putting everything else. Best investment. I mean, that is such a good tip. Like, there are things that somebody can do. And if there's a part of your job that you hate, like I personally do not like folding up my inventory, putting it in a bag and putting it in my inventory system. The pile sits there for so long. It's so like, I just don't like doing it. I hate sharing my Poshmark closet. I hope I don't get negative comments for saying that. I love Poshmark. There are things I appreciate about it. I do not want to sit there and click share for 20 minutes twice a day. I hired it out. I don't want to do it. But some people don't mind that. I will tell you the part that I love is like going onto your closets, like my friends, and like looking at their closet and sharing. I'll do that all day long. I love that. Or if someone shares a bunch of mine, I'll go over and share the Posh Love. I just don't want to do my entire closet sharing twice a day, every day. Personally, I won't sell on Poshmark if I have to do that because it just makes it too hard. Like, I just don't like it. So, Rhonda Creek says, when I was listing more on Poshmark, I hired someone to share for me. Yeah, it has to work for you. You have to be selling enough. I actually did my numbers and just made sure, like, what were my numbers? I have a card over there, but I didn't bring it. What were my Posh numbers? What did I make for the month? I make 3 times as much on eBay personally than I do on Posh. So I looked at my numbers and I'm like, okay, does it still make sense for me to hire someone to share my closet on Poshmark? Am I making enough profit to be paying somebody to share for me? You have to ask yourself that. Reseller Wendy has a question. Has anyone used CIAO clothing for wholesale? I never heard of it. If it's good, message it to me on Instagram. For wholesale, I have used B&G Trading. Jomar is my favorite right now. Check out Jomar. I have a 10% off link in the description. They're my favorite right now. Like the stuff I have a lot of videos. My suggestion would be to, if you think you might want to try Jomar or B&G or another wholesale company, go onto YouTube, watch a few videos of people unboxing the stuff, and then ask yourself, if I paid $200 for this box and I got it, would I be happy? Would it work for me? And don't just watch one video, watch a few so you get a sense, like, this is the range. Somebody got an awesome box. Someone's box was mediocre. It's the same with ThreadUp. I buy a ton from ThreadUp. That's not wholesale, but I buy a ton of mystery boxes. Every once in a while, I get a mystery box that is kind of a dud, but I get so many that are amazing, it all balances out. I highly recommend buying ThreadUp boxes, but watch my videos and watch a few of them and be like, okay, how does this all balance out? Like, I love ThreadUp. Other wholesale, people are really private about their wholesale. Like if they make a good relationship and connection, a lot of people don't want to share it because it takes time and experience to develop a relationship with a wholesale. Lisette said, my mom helps me tons with sewing, delinting, and measuring. That's awesome. I would love that help too. Because if I have to sew something, it's going to sit in a bin forever for me. Oh, Restyle Secrets. Hey, girl. Hey, Heidi. Stephanie, you get better at finding flaws, but it never really stops. That is so true. I must have missed something up here, but oh my gosh, you guys are so fun. There's so much good conversation happening. And I miss it because it goes so quick. I'm so glad Restyle Secrets made it. I like seeing you. Hiring help, blah, 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 blah. Carrie T said, I had a horrible experience with Jomar, and this is after I've made many nice videos about them. I love many of the items I got from them, but how they treat their customers is disgusting. I don't know anything about that. I haven't had any bad experiences, but take it all into account, you guys. You know, like you're going to have good experiences. You're going to have hard experience. You got to do what works for you. Let's see. But Beth says, I was going to use your Jomar link, but everything is sold out. What? Everything is sold out? I check back like every day. I check ThreadUp every single day. People are like, how'd you get the men's box or the denim box? Or I've gotten designer bag boxes I'm not doing that right now, but I just check every day. Like I check. And the other thing that's really important, I know with Jomar and B&G, get on their email list. Here's a tip. If you are thinking even in the future, you might consider buying a wholesale box, get on their email list because they send out emails to their email list, stuff they don't use public. I mean, they don't make totally public to everybody. Like Jomar recently had like free shipping weekend. That's $45 savings for me because they're in Philly. I'm in California. Shipping is $45. I bought several boxes from them and it's usually $45 to $50. Free shipping that saved me $50. That makes things so easier financially for me. B&G is having free shipping this weekend. I've never seen them do it, but I found out because I'm on their email list. I went on their Instagram before the show and I do not see a post on Instagram alerting people that they're doing it. Maybe it's coming out later, but yeah, so you want to get on an email list. Carrie says, I love your Stitch Fix videos. You and Kelly make me smile. I know, I got so inspired by Kelly Schaffner. I'm telling you guys, I used Kelly Schaffner's link and I got 25 free dollars. So it's like, use my link, use Kelly's link, try it out. You can get one Stitch Fix box just for fun and then cancel. You don't have to you can do a one-time box. So if you click someone's link, you get the box sent to you for free and they give you $25 credit. So it's like, I used someone's link and then there was a pair of jeans I wanted. They were $58, which for me as a thrifter, I'm like, that's kind of expensive, but I had the $25 credit. So they were like practically half price. So even if you just do it once, use my link, you get the $25. And if you don't like it, don't ever do it again. And if you do like it, you can try it another time, but you get 25 free bucks. It's free money. So hit my link and try it out. It's fun. And they do kids boxes, men's boxes, I think men's. Barbara Babash says, I list while working from home. I work, take photos of 5 items. Work, list the 5 items. Work, over and over again. I try to list 15 items a day. Whoa, Barbara Babash, you just gave me like major inspiration. I love hearing how other people do things. Don't you love that, you guys? Oh my God, I've been talking for 47 minutes. I try and finish up at about an hour. So get your comments in now, friends. Wow. So if I'm understanding Barbara right, she's got like a system where she just does like 5, 5, 5. The thing I love about that's so brilliant, Barbara, is that she's breaking it down into manageable steps and pieces. If you think I've got to list 20 items today, I got to photograph it, I got to list it, I got to publish it, that can be daunting. It can be overwhelming. But if you break it down to, I'm just doing 5, let's get that 5 done. Okay, I've got the energy, I'm doing 5 more. That is brilliant. That is really brilliant. Barbara Bosch always blows my mind here. Stephanie Benmanson says, I'm new at reselling, and when I thrift and get home, I find flaws. I can't sell the item and can't return it. Actually, Stephanie, I've learned a lot from this reselling community here on the Friday Night Live. Many people still sell it if it's flawed. Just sell it. At least make your money back. Say you paid $5 for a sweater. It's merino wool, that kind of thin wool. You didn't realize at the store. You get it home. It's got a little pinhole on the bottom seam. Just take a picture of it. Point to it very specifically. There is a hole. Write it everywhere. And at least make your money back. Sell it for $10 with shipping so you at least get your $5 back. Like, you can sell flawed items. I would just say, do everything in your power with photos and words to make sure the customer knows there's a flaw. Like, I put it everywhere. I put it in the little description section. I put it in the pictures. I put it anywhere I can. But many people sell flawed items to at least make the money back that you spent. And I think I've gotten better the longer I've been reselling and thrifting at checking things. Sometimes I get so excited because I find an amazing piece or an amazing brand, and I don't want to go over to the window with my cart at the thrift store and hold everything up to the light. I just want to get the item because I'm so excited. But I think you get better at that with time. Like, because you waste money if you get home, you're not going to make as much money on the item. So I found a Patagonia shirt the other day. I was so excited. It was a men's XL Patagonia base layer. And I'm like, yeah, yes, I think it was $6. And I was like, I can probably sell it for 30, 35. And then I'm sorting and I found not one, but 2 holes in it. And I'm like, I can't pick this up. It's such a bummer to have to put something like that down, but it's worth taking the time. Take the time. Pro tip, take the time at the thrift store. Go somewhere with the best light and look through each item. And as you get more experienced as a thrifter and a reseller, you'll start knowing what to look for. Like you look at all the buttons on a shirt. You look under the arm to make sure there's not deodorant underarm stains. You look around the collar. You just get better at where to look real quick. And it's, even if you're super excited, it's not worth getting the flawed item. So Isla Dream says, I want my husband to delint my items, especially winter coats. He does cut rags for me from the items that are defective. That's another great tip. Make a rag. No, I don't sell them. We use them. So handy to have them on hand. I guess they'd sell though. Yeah, some people make a craft lots, rag lots. There's all sorts of stuff you can do if you want to make the most money off everything you can, for sure. Carrie T says, my items are already in order, hung and ready to go. All they have to do is put it in the photo box, turn on the lights, and click away. See, that's awesome. You've got it all set up for them. You're a pro. That is so good. Lisette's like me. She says, even though I have a VA, I still share my close friends' closets myself. Oh, me too, totally. Like, it used to be, like, I'll go on after the show sometimes and share, or on Instagram, I'll go over there and share. That's fun. That's enjoyable. But sharing twice a day, 7 days a week, no. Yeah, this is what Heidi said to Stephanie. You get better at finding flaws, but it never really stops. Yeah, you can't avoid it. Vandy's Closet says, I use Simple Posture and pay $10 for it. Had it for almost 2 years and I love it. I'm not familiar with what that is. $10 a month? That sounds really good, whatever that is. Another tip. You guys are full of the great tips. Antique says, which one, Melissa? I was using one, but now I get the captchas, so I stopped. Yeah, so you guys must be talking about something else. Dorothy says, I really like Jomar. I've gotten like some really amazing stuff. I told you guys I sold that one pair of jeans from the men's box for $150. The box was $139. Total was shipping. It was 40 men's items pre-owned. I got some killer stuff in that box. Check out my video on that. It's one of the best. The first video is even better. The second one's great. I sold one pair of jeans for $150 on eBay to a guy in New York that were heavily distressed, like these Japanese jeans. I have another pair that I haven't even listed yet. So it's like that box is paid for. See, that's the thing about mystery boxes, thread-up boxes, you guys. When they're good, they're so good that it makes up for the duds. In my personal opinion, that's just the way I look at it. I don't know. Everyone has different opinions. And sometimes if you get a bad box, you got to be off it for a while. Like recently I bought a Goodwill blue box. Those came out today. Another great cheap way to get inventory. Just Google search Goodwill blue box. They're mystery boxes. And I got such a bad one. And it's like, I haven't wanted to buy another one. It's like, sometimes you got to go off it for a little while. And then it's like, okay, you recover and you can buy from them again. Carrie says, I find if you upload listings every day that you don't need to share all day. Yeah, I think Barbara Babash said that. I think she said like she doesn't even really share. Reseller Wendy says, Rebecca the reseller is doing an unboxing for a CIAO. Is that Chow? In a few days. They have a purse box I want, but I haven't seen any. Okay, so it's like that's something for me to look into. I want to watch a bunch of people's videos first and see like what it's like and what that's all about. I'm excited I got another B&G box. It'll probably take a couple weeks to get here, and I'll unbox that for you, and then you guys can see. I think I got the Nordstrom New with Tags box or something like that. I've gotten stuff from them before. I have a Jomar box on the way. Yeah, I've got a lot of inventory. I've got to also get listing. I think I listed 10 today. So keep listing. Keep listing. So you guys, we're going to finish up in like a few minutes, but if you haven't, please go over to Instagram and join my giveaway for fun. When this show's over, I'm going to go down there and I use random number to choose a number and I write down everybody's stuff. So that's kind of fun. Restyle Secret says, no plans to buy pallets. I enjoy the treasure hunt of thrifting. I'm on the fence about pallets. So in case anyone knew, pallets are like giant pallets of inventory. Usually it's hundreds of items that get like freighted to your house. And it's like your cost of goods is usually better on that because you're buying quantity, hundreds of items. For me as a part-timer, it's just not a realistic thing to do. I like the boxes of like 50 items. 25, 50 items I can process and deal with as a one-person business, as a part-timer, and I don't have a garage even, a space to deal with a pallet. But if I was going to be full-time and if I wanted to seriously grow, I would hire an assistant and I would buy pallets and more wholesale and I would do that whole thing. And I would still thrift and yard sale and estate sale because that's like what I love. But, if you want to grow, if you are a full-timer, you have to figure out how to get all your processes more efficient, quicker, so you can list more. That's the whole game, getting good quality items and listing as much as you possibly can. And usually growing involves hiring an employee or hiring out work and getting more quantity shipped right to your house. It's kind of like one of the recipes. And maybe I'll be there someday. I'm just not. Oh, Deb made it over. Hey, Deb. My soon-to-be 9-year-old cleans shoes like a pro. He has his own little kit. I used to pay him 25 cents, but now he gets 75 because he's so good. Deb, my son is 9 years old too, Torvald. So that is such a good idea. He does have a cleaning business at my house, but he's on to me. Like Barbara Babash is over there on my Instagram. He's like starting to charge more. He's a little entrepreneur. And so I kind of support that. I'm like, yeah, good. I want him to be an entrepreneur. So that is a great idea, though. Maybe I could get him to clean stuff or de-lint or whatever. Debbie Whitehead is here. Some of you guys catching me at the tail end here. You look beautiful today. Thank you. This lighting is not very good, but I appreciate that. I'm telling you guys, I'm living in my leggings and t-shirts. And then when I have a client, I put a nice blouse on and see a client. And then when I do a video, I put a little makeup and I'm glad I have that because otherwise I don't think it's good for me to be like that every day. Like I think it's good for me and I feel good when I get a little bit ready for things. Tomorrow when my mom and I go out thrifting, I know we will get ready. We'll look cute for you guys for when we're filming in the store. And we'll probably get a coffee. It's like my favorite thing. And I want to film a video with my mom so that it feels like you guys are thrifting with us. Because ideally, we would have some reseller meetup and we would all go thrifting together somewhere one day when COVID's over. One day, if we all go to eBay Open or Posh Fest, we can say, everyone who goes to the Grateful Queens Friday Live, let's meet at this Goodwill at this time. And we can have like a thrift day together. Wouldn't that be like dreamy? I would love to thrift with all of you. So I'm going to thrift with my mom and we're going to make it so it feels like you guys are thrifting with us. A lot of you guys have channels, so hit me up over on Instagram if you want to do some kind of collab. I really like interacting with all of you. What does Antique Boots say? James says, oh, Karen, you're so sweet. I need help catching up. I figure a high school kid in my neighborhood who maybe wants a new fancy phone. Yeah, you guys hire stuff out. I'm telling you, I love my VA and it's not expensive. Oh, good. Sarah Lee Coleman is putting in her details. She's fun to follow on Instagram because she does a lot of vintage stuff. And I really like seeing what she's got going on. Put your closets in. Karen says, tell your mom to find me an awesome hat. My mom's hat collection. I should do like a little clip at her house. Like, she's taught me my love of clothes and shoes and hats and all that stuff. It's like she hangs all her clothes up so beautifully around the room and she makes little like antique suitcases with hats and scarves and dresses flowing out. It's like gorgeous. She's definitely taught me so much. Torvald is hip to the game, says Lisette. It's so true. He is like a little businessman. And some people will say to me, pay your son to do that? He should have to do that on his own anyway. And I'm like, listen, I grew up with a single mom and 6 kids and not much money. And I didn't learn about money till I got older. And I wish I had learned it earlier. I wish I went to school for business or finance. I'm catching up now. It's like money, it's an important thing. It's helpful to have money, enough money so that you feel extremely comfortable and secure and you don't have to worry. And I've gotten to that place in my life and I'll tell you it is much better than when I was young and felt like we didn't have enough. So I want to teach him to make money and to have a good work ethic and to work hard, but to value his work and charge for it and make money. Birdie Look says, you just gave me something to dream about tonight. Me too, girl. We're going to meet one day and thrift and hang out. And you guys are probably going to be like, wow, Quenby's kind of awkward in person. Like on the video, she's much more, I'm an introvert for sure. So it's like, I can be like this for an hour. And then it's like, guys, I got to go retreat. I know a lot of you are introverts too. So you probably understand that. Barbara Babash, here is her Poshmark closet. If you guys can, and we're finishing up and you have your phone or your computer, choose 1 or 2 people in the chat and go over there and find their closet, share some of their stuff and say, hey, I saw you at the live tonight. Just spread the love, you guys. Be each other's community. They'll share back. Everyone's sending a little love to James, hoping he gets through this storm okay. I appreciate you so much, James, at the Antique Boutique. Oh, gosh, Barbara Babash, this is such a good tip. Don't forget all that the post office is closed Monday. I did forget. I'm glad I just brought my packages, but okay, maybe I should run a sale or something in my eBay store. Get things going. Oh, Castell's Posh Closet made it. Have fun thrifting tomorrow, Quenby. I will. I'm so excited. You guys know that I have not been thrifting, and so it's such a big deal to go. And my mom and I haven't gone in so long, and I hope we can make a great video for you guys. On your way out, please hit the thumbs up. I'm going to head over to Instagram now and tally up the last, if anyone else entered since I last tallied. I just have a little fall bundle that I'd love to send over to somebody. So I'm going to go over there and do that now. You could join that giveaway. Like the video on the way out. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'll see you next Friday or before. I have a thrift haul coming out Sunday, so I hope you guys get a chance to watch that. I'd love to see you in the comments there. Night, guys.